What is up? Felix Flair here, broadcasting to you for the very first time from our new Thomann studio here in Berlin. And for the special occasion, I have a special guest with me who goes by the name of Altstadt Echo. I'm a huge fan of his work. He's been releasing on labels like Semantica Records, performing for the Movement Festival in Detroit, Tresor Berlin, and a bunch of other great venues. And also recently started a YouTube channel by the name of Dub Monitor.
I did. It's brand new, but so far, so good.
Yeah. All right. The channel is about music journalism for underground techno, dub techno music. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it dives a little bit into dub techno history, but also tries to lend some additional exposure to artists that I feel are not getting all the attention they deserve. So it's a bit of both.
Yeah. All right. So definitely go check that out. But for today, you prepared a little performance for us, and afterwards maybe also gonna explain your setup a bit. And looking forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through how I just did that live set because it really couldn't be simpler. So there are two components to this. We have an Akai MIDI mix, which is a very inexpensive MIDI-based mixer. And then of course we have the Ableton Push 2. Now these are both plugged into Ableton Live 10 Suite, but you could really do this with any version of Ableton. So let's start off with talking about the push a little bit. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm launching clips of all of the tracks that I've produced over the years. So I might take the kick and bass line from one track, mix it with the clap or snare of another, have some hats going from different tracks, some melodies going from different tracks, and kind of all make it work. So at some points in this live set, I might have, and this isn't gonna play because I have the volume turned down, but I might have, say, the kick and the bass line from one track playing with the melody from another, playing with the hi-hats from another, and you get the idea. So it almost becomes like a 9-channel DJ mix. But this actually does a little bit more than just mixing. So, obviously, we have 9 channels mixing over here. That's pretty straightforward. Here though, this isn't just an EQ. I have this custom mapped to stuff in Ableton where this is actually a high-pass filter. And high-pass filters can be really useful for kind of getting in and out of different stems, especially if there's a lot of bass content or lots of melodies going on. It's a little bit more subtle of a way than just putting the volume down. If you can kind of filter out of it while you're decreasing the volume, it's a little bit smoother. Up here we have reverb, useful for adding atmosphere to stuff, but also, once again, good tool for mixing, because if you are decreasing the volume while turning up the reverb, you get a nice reverb tail that kind of keeps the vibe of that channel going while you're exiting away from it. So it's just one other way to make things a little bit more smooth. On the top here, I have a delay. It's a pretty simple ping pong delay. I mostly use it to try to add some life to any sort of stems that have been playing for a while and maybe need a little bit of variation. I should really be using it more than I do, but I always forget about it. Anyways, so that's the basics of this. The only other thing here is that I can also start and stop clips using these 2 rows of buttons right here. Because sometimes if I'm over here and I'm messing with effects and mixing stuff, it might be hard for me all of a sudden to look over here, figure out, okay, well, I wanted to stop this hat channel, which channel is that over here, whatever. So I can just use this row of buttons to stop clips, and I can use this row of buttons to just restart the same clip that was just playing. And that's the majority of it. When I'm performing, I really like to have the Ableton Push in clip view so that if there's a really long stem playing, I can kind of see where I am in it, because I have some of these set to basically evolve automatically over time, because I don't really want to be, changing the EQ and all these parameters on every single, clip that I'm using during the set, because that would just be too much to handle. So it's really useful to see where I am in it. And also, if I'm playing something like that vocal stem I was playing at the end, I like transposing stuff, up and down while it's playing. It's just kind of a cool effect. And I also will adjust the gain on some of these clips too, because sometimes something might be all the way up and I realize, okay, it's not quite loud enough. And so having this as an easy go-to can really be helpful. And that's basically it. It's a very, very simple setup. It's something that anyone can replicate. All you really need is an Ableton Push or something like it. Obviously, there's other products that can do a lot of the same things that this can, and there are thousands of MIDI-based mixing, boxes out there. That's basically it. Thanks for watching this set. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you sometime in the future.